Hey guys, I hope everyone is doing well. This is the second day of the deload week that I took. You'll see here I'm doing some Bulgarian split squats, which just something different to do some unilateral work during this week. I was not able to get a ton of the different lifts that I did on this particular week, so you'll see a lot of these split squats because that was the first thing I was able to get. And as you see, the back wasn't busy at this time, but the longer I was here, it definitely got very busy on this particular day. So the goal with these is really just to kind of get used to doing something that isn't just a squat again. I'm not a really big fan of lunges. These weren't really comfortable at all, not really like the mobility issue or anything like that, but you kind of just where my back foot was and using this particular box. So I have to get used to that, and here you see Juan, who has impeccable weightlifting form, getting ready to do some different ab work, and then I have no idea who that person is, someone that's boxing. But this particular workout went very well. I didn't really push myself too hard. You see here I just have a barbell on and just having something to give myself resistance when I'm doing the workout. With this exercise, I believe I did 3 sets of 15 with each leg, at least 10 to 15, not particularly sure. And there you see Wasim making an appearance. He's a cool guy. He actually lives in my neighborhood. He lives right down the street, within walking distance, which is something completely random. When I moved into my place, I didn't know that. We had been friends for several months, and then that fact randomly emerged, which is pretty cool. This is an exercise, I don't know how consistently I'll be willing to do this kind of thing, but it might be something I throw in on a random day. Not really particularly attached to this exercise specifically, but a unilateral one that focuses on my legs. So whether it's this or step ups or something else, I do want to do some of that. Not anything that's too excessive or a focus of a workout, but something that I might throw on to the end of a workout. And now that I'm talking it out now, I think something like step ups would be something that'd be easy to do, or lunges, even though they tend to kind of bother my knee. If I'm doing them really light, they may be alright. Just something where I'm doing one leg at a time, so I'm able to focus on that and hopefully correct any imbalances that I have. If I do, I'm assuming I probably do. I think my left leg's a bit stronger than my right one. At least when I have issues with like my ITB and stuff, it's generally with my right leg. So I think doing stuff like this could help balance some things out and get everything moving in the right direction. But besides doing unilateral type work, another focus that I would like to have is working on more of the athletic movements, so things like jumping and bounding and sprinting and running and different things like that. Some of it will depend, like the running stuff will depend on the weather outside, since I'm not really going to try to do that inside. I'm not really that concerned with my sprinting ability. It's just something I want to do a little bit more. And general movement that's not specific to anything, but here is one of the other things I want to do more consistently, and that are some box jumps. These are one of the weird things that I'm actually like, I think because I've just banged my shin several times, I have a weird fear with these that I'm going to do the same thing, which ironically probably makes me more likely to do it again if I'm worrying about that while I'm doing them. But doing this kind of exercise I think will be something that will be really good for me to do. Not really focused on building the height up to an extremely extreme top, but just doing some sets of 5 with these and pumping them out to get some extra work in kind of an explosive fashion, since the act of jumping up the box, it's just not really contingent on how high exactly I'm doing it. Obviously, if you can do it higher, it's better to do that, because then you have to obviously jump harder to do that, and mentally, obviously you have to try harder to do that. You can put your maximum effort into jumping on a box of any height, but it's a lot easier to put that extra effort in when you have a higher box. You'll notice that doing full depth of a squat going down, and something that makes it more specific to squatting itself. I do want to mix it in where I do kind of a maximal jump within those, so that might be something. Maybe I'll do sets of 4 where I'll do 2 full squats or 2 regular ones, or mix it in week to week. But much like how the unilateral work was with the exercises, apologize, my chair is quite squeaky. This is something that I may throw in on a random day. Probably will never be too excessive because I have a ton of volume that's going to be occurring during the week, so I won't really feel like doing a ton of stuff. So it may just be 1 set of 4 or a couple sets of 2 or something like that, just so I'm doing the movement again. And then once I have more time in the summer to do longer workouts and to spend more time in the gym, it may be something I do on a more consistent basis. But now because I'm in more of a time crunch since I want to get home and get to bed and whatnot. I kind of want to be more productive with my time, or I guess use it in a more directed way. These are just some pull-ups. Didn't really add any weight or anything. Just did it was 2 sets of 5 in the last set. I did a set of 8, and they felt pretty easy. They actually look pretty easy here. It's just like I mentioned with the other 2 things, just something else to do. And I don't do them a ton now. If I do pulling, it's mostly just rows and stuff. And I still think these pull-ups are obviously a great exercise to do, and may just be an accessory movement that I pump and do every once in a while, or maybe throw in on a day where I do some dips and just add those a little bit. I'm not too concerned with my upper back strength, but that definitely can improve shoulder strength and whatnot alongside with that. These are as a variation of rear delt flies that I was trying. They look really weird, but they actually feel pretty good. These are like 25 pounds that I had with these, and just doing a couple sets of 10. I think the first 2 sets I did on the bench, and then someone sat down when I was in between my second and third set, so I just did the last 10 standing up, and I think I did an AMRAP of some sort. But these are really good for the back of the shoulders and the scapula, an area like that. I find it's a good kind of if you're doing a lot of pressing, to do this kind of motion. It works on the back of the shoulders, which I really like. And here's the set that I did without the bench. Really didn't feel a huge difference using the bench or not, when obviously without it I can get my body into it a little bit more to get a couple extra reps. So I do have that benefit, but when you're on the bench, you do have to really focus on using the muscles that are going to be moving the weight. But with that being said, after this I did do a bunch of leg press, which is something that I want to do more of as an accessory movement, and those felt really good. I just wasn't able to record those because it was really busy over there, and I was trying to get through this workout relatively quickly. So that is all the clips that I have in this day, but that was really the only thing. I don't think that only thing that I didn't record that I did. May have done a couple other things, but frankly at this point I forget. It was in general, I mean, I think you get the idea of the workout. It was a pretty light workout. Wasn't focused on doing a ton of work, just getting in and getting some hypertrophy if I could. But with that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video here. I'll talk to you all in the next one, and I hope you have a great day.